I just watched Adam Curtis's Shifty.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
I saw it too. So can you explain it a little bit for the audience? You don't have to explain what Adam does, but just this one in particular.
Well, it's comprised of archival footage from basically the end of 1970s to the very end of the 20th century in England. And it functions kind of as like a mirror from the past, where you just see, you see where we are in what was happening then. There's a lot of Thatcher, and a lot of, it's really about how nobody knew what was happening. Especially the people in power who were kind of scrambling to hold on to their power, but it had left them. And in some ways they had forfeited it, right? Like that the politicians had forfeited their power, and it's really, tech and finance that was taking everything over, which of course is where we are now. And, Adam Curtis is just, he's a very sardonic commentator. Usually you have his voice.
I was going to ask you about this. How do you feel not having his narration in the movie?
Well, the last one, Trauma Zone, didn't have anything.
Same thing. It was sort of like a 5-hour expansive, nationally located analysis of the end of the century.
Yeah. And also just, strictly comprised of archival footage.
Yeah.
And, he's just an amazing editor and a really great storyteller. And the connections he makes just by putting one video up against another, the connections are just kind of brilliant and provocative and exciting, and he's very funny. Trauma Zone didn't have any of the things that he likes to do. Like, it had no music, it had none of that commentary. For me, probably my favorite is Can't Get You Out of My Head. But this is like a close second. You still have his voice, it just shows up in text, but that also feels perfect, because that's sort of that's a language that the internet has kind of, especially Instagram, where where you're just, everything has captions now, even when there's sound, and so, and it I don't know, he's using the language of the moment to tell these stories, and there's something very haunting and eerie and ghostly about what he's doing here. I loved Shifty. Everybody should watch it.
It would be an interesting kind of, I don't know if it would be an appetizer because it's 5 hours long, but something to start with before going to your movie, because they're in conversation with each other in some ways.
Absolutely. He's one of the great filmmakers, thinkers working right now.